Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing the bread test on our Pro Series Pit Boss. Stay tuned. Alright, so like I said, we're doing the bread test. So when you first buy your Pit Boss, or pretty much any pellet grill, you want to do the bread test. So pretty much it tells you where the hot spots are. So a lot of times when you do a cook, like I'll show you a cook, a lot of people will say mine cooked a lot faster than what yours took on your video. Well, a lot has to do with the hot spots on your grill. Now, sometimes we don't give a lot of the information. Like if I put a heat deflector on the pit boss, I'll just put the heat deflector and then do my cooks and my video, so that makes my hot spots more even. While yours, you have a hot spot, it would take a lot quicker than mine did. The Pit Boss Pro Series doesn't have a heat deflector anymore. I was using the Traeger's heat deflector on the Pit Boss and it worked. So now I took it off so we can see it with what the hot spots are. So a lot of you that buy your Pit Boss or any pellet grill, you're gonna want to do this to see where is the hottest. So remember, when this video is done, make sure you guys put a comment of whatever questions you guys had about this video. And Thursday, I'll make a video of answering all your questions and showing things that that would help with your questions. So that video drops every Thursday of the current video of that Monday. So this Thursday, we'll do Q&A about this bread test. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave your comments and I'll answer them on a video on Thursday. All right, so we're gonna put our pit boss at 275. We're gonna leave them in there for 30 minutes and we're gonna actually see where our hot spots are in that whole grill. So let's go ahead and fire up our pit boss. All right, our pit boss is up to temp 275. Let's go ahead and put some bread down here. All right. We're about to see where our hot spots are at, so we'll be back in about 30 minutes. All right, it's been 30 minutes and we're about to check these out. Oh yeah. So right off the bat, you can see it looks more here, but we're gonna flip them and see how it really is. So oh, look at that. So as you can see, your hot spot, it's right here. Right here towards the right is where it's hot. And over here is more of your cool side, right this end. But right here is where the main heat is, and this is what we call the hot spot on your pellet grill. So yeah, this is your hot spot right here. So now you can see how it is with the bread test. This is what the bread test is. All right, guys, so there you have it. So this test, like I said, it shows you where your hot spots are. Now, a Traeger has a heat deflector on top of that, so it's probably a little bit more even than what a Pit Boss is. And some Pit Boss owners already bought a heat deflector, and some of the YouTubers already have a heat deflector. Like I said, I was using the Traeger one. I don't use it no more. But online, they do sell the heat deflectors for the Pit Boss to make it more of an even cook. So if you were looking at a Traeger video, somebody using a Traeger in their video, and you had a Pit Boss without a heat deflector, your cook will be a lot faster than what he did. And that's why a lot of you guys out there that do a cook and say, oh, mine was faster than yours, it's probably because, like I said, you're right on top of the hot spot and they have a heat deflector. Now I'm gonna, on my Q&A video, I'm gonna go ahead and start looking at some heat deflectors, and I'm gonna put them up on that video to also talk about them Thursday. So make sure on this video you leave all your questions on your comment in the comments. I'm gonna answer all of them. Whatever question you had about this bread test, anything about it, I will go through that on the Q&A video that I do on Thursday. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like, and I will see you guys next time.